How you doing, guys? This is Rich at Rivera Urban Homesteading. I'm starting a project. It's a fall garden. I live in South Florida. The date I planted was September 5th, so this weekend. What I am going to do is start making diagrams of the raised beds, putting over on the side what company and what seeds I planted and the layout of the garden. Get that in a little closer so you can see it. So it's the south side raised bed. I have two raised beds out there. I'll show you. Top is broccoli, then kale, lettuce, spinach. And over here I put, like I said, what company and what kinds they are. And then I'll make comments down at the bottom on how they grow and if it was a good time to grow them and all that good stuff, which ones did better. And each season I'll continue to do this, and then after a couple of years, it's an investment. You'll start growing what you know grows, when it grows, and how good. So everyone's going to be different in their areas that they have to garden. So I'm going to be doing this. We're going to just follow the project. I'll put videos up with updates on how it's looking. Okay, my soil is a mixture of compost. I bought mushroom compost at the Lowe's. Also my compost that I have made, along with potting soil, topsoil, just a mixture of different things. One thing I did add into my soil is the C90, which is just trace minerals from the ocean. A lot of good minerals that are not in the soil anymore, along with elamite, which is again another trace element. My beds are 8 foot by 4 foot. I put 12.5 pounds in each box, so that should really amp up the mineral content in there. Also, what I'm going to do every other weekend, I am going to do the Boogie Brew compost tea. Me and my son brewed some up last weekend. I fed the soil, and let me tell you, we put some under the microscope. There was a lot of microorganisms. It was just, I've never seen that many on a slide before. It was awesome. So there's definitely some good organisms in there that are going to really enrich your soil and give your plants pretty much everything they need, hopefully, to survive well and produce good. And let me just show you again my layout there. Some good graph paper I have, it's got the holes in it, so I'll make a 3-ring binder, and I will start logging. Like I said, I have another bed I need to make that for as well. I have pepper plants and tomato plants in there, which were planted 2 weeks ago, so I have to make a log for it maybe tonight. But today is football, first weekend of football, thank God. So it is September 7th. So I'm going to make this video, and then I'm going to go get ready to watch the Broncos play tonight. Let's go out to the raised beds. I'll show you that. Alright, let's walk out to the raised beds here. Here's my first one, my tomato plants, my peppers. That's a Biltmore Indigo Rose, which looks pretty cool. Juliet, Early Girl, 50 Days, and Mr. Stripey. My pepper plants. Okay, and this is the raised bed I just seeded yesterday. I have not hooked up that irrigation system to it yet. But in there has the broccoli, kale, lettuce, spinaches, 2 different types of spinach, Placo Hybrid and Bloomsdale Longstanding. Lettuce, I got the black seeded Simpson. Kale is the dwarf blue curled. And so we'll see what happens. My peppers, I have a Carmen pepper, which is a red pepper, all sweet. A bell, green. Pimento is just these little guys. This is supposed to be really good. And the Sangria ornamental pepper. All the peppers are supposed to grow on the outside of the plant, and it's all purples and stuff. Kind of go off the subject here. There's my blackberry bush going nuts still with my strawberries plants working. I just cleaned up this whole area yesterday. This had vines on these fence. You couldn't even see it. Cleaned it all, and I actually planted, I have a bunch of prairie seed, so I planted this area in seeds. What are you looking at, Daisy? Hi, Daisy. My dog Daisy. One of my chickens. There's another one of my chickens, a barred rock. And Whitey's here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where though. A chicken coop. But anyway, so like I said, this is all seeded with field prairie mix. Clovers, ryegrass, things like that. So I want to see if I can grow it and I can feed it to the chickens. And of course my compost piles. That one has a massive amount in from yesterday. This one is about done. It's just dirt. So anyway, here's a recap. The fall garden. Next time we have a video, I should have a lot of stuff sprouting. Broccoli, kale, lettuce, spinach. All my tomato plants, my pepper plants. I'll get one more pepper plant there. I'm going to try a hot one, see what happens, planting it in September. And then next month, in October, I will plant 3 rows of carrots in here. It has to wait a little bit, so. This is where I had those baby yellow potatoes I did a video on. Not sure if that's one or not. I'm just going to kind of let it keep doing its thing and see. Can't even remember what this plant was called. It's a type of sunflower, but as you see, there's the sunflower. But it has all these little flowers in the cracks, in the crevices. Very, 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 very cool. Still got to fill that up. I'm thinking beans, pole beans, stuff like that to vine. Still got to fill this in. Add my 12 strawberry plants to make my patch. Eventually, in a couple years, this should be all strawberries. Blackberry bush should be good to go, hopefully next spring. Have the field growing back here. Try and feed my chickens with the seed. You can see some of the seed. Just this section, I'm just trying it out, little experiment. Not big, 10 by 6 or something. Very nice clean job though, everything looks awesome. The fence is all cleaned off, no vines. Big pile of all the weeds that I picked this weekend from in here. Some finished compost. I can pretty much add that actually to one of the beds. I'll have to do that. Might use this half blue container. Just bought the little 11-month-old Tyler a little pool at the dollar store for $8, so he was playing in that yesterday. He's got pretty big. They're about 4, I don't know, 410. So there we go. I still got to fill that up, and not sure what I'm going to plant in it yet, but that's a wrap. Tomorrow's Monday, back to it. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good evening.